Sensational rumors about Mendeecees and Tamar Braxton have shocked the entertainment scene. You did really read accurately. Fans are shocked, and Yandy Smith is completely distraught by the rapidly spreading rumors that the two had secretly wed. Every social media blog, fan account, and gossip website is trying to put together what really transpired. The internet has been sparked by a single image, a short video clip, and a few mysterious comments. Sources claim that Tamar and Mendeecees were spotted wearing matching rings during what seemed to be a quiet dinner in Atlanta. But according to insiders, what looked like a private party was actually their secret wedding reception. People who were allegedly close to the couple are suggesting that they had been planning this in secret for months. And when Yandy heard the news, things apparently took an explosive turn. Fans are calling it the biggest betrayal in the history of hip-hop and romance. How did Mendeecees end up in Tamar's arms after being so devoted to Yandy? Is this an overblown publicity act? Or is it really a secret union? Regardless of fact, everyone is excited to see what Yandy will do next, and emotions are running high. Since the shocking disclosure that Mans and Tamar Braxton allegedly secretly wed, the entertainment business has undergone significant change. Social media is completely chaotic, with countless rumors, gossip, and incredulous posts overflowing timelines. Some claim the evidence is undeniable, but some claim it's merely a rumor. According to internet reports, the couple was spotted together in a remote flat with candles, flowers, and what looked to be a ring box. Instead of being a relaxed evening, it seemed to be a celebration of something far deeper, possibly even a secret wedding. Insiders claim that over the past 3 months, Mendeecees and Tamar's connection has become closer. They initially met at a charity event, and that's how it all started. Those who witnessed their chemistry said it was instantaneous. A close friend of Tamar's informed me that Mans has a peaceful, protecting attitude that she hasn't experienced in years. Maybe we're both looking for peace in the same place, Mendeecees allegedly said with a smile. The two soon began to show up together more often. It was a simple chat, but it might have sparked something more than friendship. At first, fans wrote it off as friendly help or professional collaboration. But things changed when they were routinely seen at the same resort, even late at night. A fan then shared a short, blurry video of Mendeecees' debut. Tamar's car door while giving her a smile that went beyond simple friendliness. Nearly immediately, comments began to pour in. Meanwhile, Yandy's close friends and family started to notice changes in her behavior. One admirer said, "That's not friendship energy," while another added, "There's definitely something more here." Her husband had stopped using social media altogether. There's nothing but silence. No tags, comments, or tales. Fans learn about it right away. Why did Yandy stop posting about Mendeecees? One fan asked. The post that initiated it all then appeared. Yandy stunned her fan with an enigmatic reply. Face. Sometimes when respect is lacking, love isn't sufficient. In the comment sections, conjecture sprang out. Despite everything that was happening, Tamar continued to publish her usual strong, confident updates. In one video, she was wearing a white dress and getting out of a nice car while a lovely romantic song played in the background. The caption read, "Some chapters start unexpectedly." And that was all it took for fans to pour in a ton of comments. Is she hinting at something? This looks like a wedding vibe, one user commented. Then, a few days later, the picture that brought the internet to its knees emerged. Tamar and Mendeecees were seen sitting together on a private balcony, clutching champagne glasses. And everyone's attention was immediately drawn to their hands because they were wearing similar bracelets. It didn't matter that the image was a little fuzzy. The rings conveyed enough information. Are those rings for marriage? If this is true, Yandy deserves so much better, a shocked commenter commented. Another individual remarked, Yandy's entire world stopped when she viewed that picture, according to people close to her. She spent hours alone in her room, not speaking to anyone. One source claims that the next morning she told her manager, "I'm done." Everyone realized then that something had been irreversibly damaged. A few hours later, fans found out that Yandy had unfollowed Mendeecees on Instagram. That behavior alone was seen by the internet as evidence that their marriage was over. The reactions from fans were strong and divisive. Some people chastised Tamar for damaging another woman's house. Others supported her, stating, if Mendeecees chose her, maybe he wasn't happy before. Social media turned into a virtual battlefield where two sides were involved in an intense and never-ending dispute. Whether a wedding had really occurred, or if this was just another complex publicity stunt, was the primary outstanding question. Some insiders said that there had been a small, private wedding with very few people in attendance. People close to Mendeecees maintain that, despite the lack of official evidence, he seems to be completely different, calmer, quieter, like a guy who has made a terrible decision. According to one insider, he seemed to have finally stopped hiding something. But this was more than just gossip for Yandy. It was painful. She supposedly took a vacation in an effort to gain clarity, and took her family out of the city. When she was later questioned about a terrible statement she made in an interview, many were devastated. Silence can sometimes speak louder than words. Fans quickly deduced that Tamar was directly addressing the controversy when she shared another story with the message, "What's meant for me will never miss me." Was she subtly reaffirming their relationship, or was she just feeding the rumors that everyone was keeping a close eye on? After this, messages like "she's hurting but staying strong" and "Yandy deserves peace" flooded the comment sections. Closely monitored it, but no one could be positive. With new screenshots, videos, and alleged evidence, the drama increased daily. Every quote seemed to be posted, and hazy photo gave the reality show that everyone was obsessed with, which no one had signed up for a fresh twist. This was no longer just a rumor. It had developed into a full-fledged public spectacle that made it difficult to distinguish between love, fame, and betrayal. Because the plot was filled with passion, heartbreak, envy, and mystery, fans were unable to look away. As the story developed, the tension between hearsay and fact grew unbearable. What was really happening behind closed doors piqued everyone's interest. Rose petals, soft music, a dimly lighted environment, and a few people who looked to be well known to Mendeecees and Tamar's close friends and family. And some media outlets claimed to have seen film of the alleged wedding. The video shows Mendeecees wearing a white satin dress, nervously grinning, and adjusting Tamar's bracelet. Even though it wasn't a full wedding clip, viewers immediately began drawing connections, thinking it was from their secret ceremony. You can see Mendeecees holding what looks like a wedding band, an entertainment blogger commented. "What is this if it's not a wedding in a few of hours?" That post alone received millions of views on all platforms. The hashtag T and Mendeecees began to trend. Comments from fans ranged from indignation to incredulous to fascination. "This can't be real," someone wrote. Another said, "They seem satisfied. Yandy deserves better. Maybe love just happened to find them by accident." As the online globe spun around, Yandy's silence became louder than any words. Her actions spoke louder than words, even if she hadn't said anything in public. After she stopped wearing her ring, a fan spotted her shopping by herself. She had silent power, no entourage, and no smile. In a brief video, she was seen ducking questions from photographers as she left a store. "Is the information regarding Mendeecees and Tamar accurate, Yandy?" a reporter shouted. She didn't look back. The short film went viral. Her silence came to stand for both suffering and dignity. Mendeecees, on the other hand, appeared calm but distant. He was seen wearing a simple gold chain and without wearing a wedding ring at a recent event. Fans zoomed in on photos to study every last detail. Some said he looked exhausted, but others insisted he looked content. A close friend claims that he has experienced a great deal, on an emotional level. Although he believes he followed his heart, he is not pleased with the outcome. But Tamar seemed to embrace the spotlight with assurance. She began sharing enigmatic statements about fate, love, and recovery on social media. "Sometimes you have to lose everything to find yourself," was the explanation of one of her posts that went viral on social media. People wondered if she was referring to the criticism or defending her new beginning. Then the photo showed up, making things much more difficult. Tamar and Mendeecees were spotted leaving a lavish apartment complex late at night. The photographer said they had been inside for hours, and the photos showed them walking close to each other and grinning softly. Tamar was wearing a long coat and a bouquet of white flowers. Fans immediately began speculating that the flat will serve as their new common area. One of the headlines was "Mendeecees and Tamar, a fresh start in secrecy." When the internet erupted again, Yandy's friends apparently got worried. She had been withdrawing and avoiding calls, according to an insider. According to one of her closest friends, Yandy feels deceived not only as a wife, but also as a woman who supported him when everything else went against him. Her comments resonated deeply with her fans, reminding them all of her years of perseverance and dedication. It became clear that there was an emotional divide. It was up to Yandy to gather the fragments of a shattered love tale. Supporters angrily took sides, while Tamar and Mendeecees seemed to be fighting. Some argued that love is uncontrolled, while others said Tamar had gone too far. "You can't blame love for being messy," one fan wrote on Twitter. "Not when someone else's heart is broken in the process," another quickly shot back. "Sometimes it just happens." In the midst of this storm, there was an unexpected turn of events. An unnamed source revealed purported text messages between Mendeecees and Tamar that suggested their relationship started months before the public even suspected. The messages were sincere, kind, and compassionate. Mendeecees allegedly responded, "You make me feel seen in ways I never expected," in one of these letters, which stoked the fires even more. In another, Tamar said, "I don't want to hide anymore," but it seems that Yandy's administration chose not to reply. Viewers noticed that she quietly unfollowed several friends who had ties to Tamar. The bridges had been set on fire, and that small act sent a strong statement. Meanwhile, other bloggers began to question whether this was all a clever publicity stunt. Are Tamar and Mendeecees staging this drama to stay relevant in the news? According to one media watcher, they both understand how the entertainment industry operates. The emotional cost felt too real to be contrived, even if it were the case. Timing is key, and scandal sells. Then, late at night, a paparazzi video showing Yandy carrying a suitcase out of her residence surfaced. In the video, tears were visible under her sunglasses as she walked up to a waiting car. Although she remained silent, the image of her departing by herself, the internet was once again destroyed by heartbreak and silence. On social media, her admirers hailed her and called her a queen deserving of peace. Tamar and Mendeecees' next step astonished everyone. The two were seen dancing together while soft music played inside what appeared to be a private event in a recently released video. Mendeecees grinned boldly but calmly as Tamar's hand softly perched on their shoulder. The background decorations included fairy lights, white roses, and what looked like a small "Love Always Triumphs" sign. It didn't seem like a traditional wedding celebration, but it also didn't seem casual. There was no denying that the story had captured the interest of people worldwide. Whether it was chaos or love, waiting for validation or rejection, or maybe just fans kept refreshing timelines after one honest comment. But none showed up. All that was present was tension, silence, and the unsettling image of three individuals caught between truth, love, and betrayal. As the evening drew to a close, one thing became clear. There had never been a more blurry line between reality and rumor. The scandal persisted despite the silence that followed the widely circulated videos. Instead, it made people want more explanation. For days, there seems to be an endless debate on social media over what really happened between Mendeecees, Tamar, and Yandy. Every talk program, gossip account, and fan podcast had something to say. Some described it as the biggest reality TV-style controversy of the year, while others said it was merely exaggerated drama. But long before the purported secret marriage, everyone agreed that this story didn't feel normal. There were rumors that Mans and Tamar had been seen together several times. For months, the two had become quite close. A hairstylist who claimed to have been on Tamar's squad said, "You could tell something. There was a strange energy between them," she stated to a popular entertainment blog. Her remarks went viral. It was more than friendship. Fans started creating timelines and analyzing pictures, clothing, and locations to figure out when it all started. Some even found an old video showing Tamar and Mendeecees standing a few feet apart at the same professional events, grinning momentarily. The biggest surprise, though, was when a small celebrity news website published what they claimed to be exclusive wedding information. They said that the wedding was secretly held in a private estate outside of Atlanta, with few people in attendance, no media, no cameras, and no grandeur. According to the story, Tamar wore an ivory gown and Mendeecees kept things traditional with a black suit. In just a few hours, the item went viral despite the website's absence of official records. It stated that they vowed to keep their love shielded from the outside world while exchanging vows in the comforting glow of candles. At the same time, Hendy's world seemed to be falling apart in public. A video of her sobbing while eating with close friends was leaked. After everything, she whispered, "I stood by him through ... in the video that went viral. Does he thank me in this way?" The pure sincerity in her voice hurt people all across the internet. She received supportive comments from fans, who called her a warrior woman and urged her to move on. Yandy committed her allegiance to a man who didn't appreciate it, according to a widely shared tweet. She deserves a crown, not sorrow. But Mendeecees said nothing at all. No statements, no interviews, and no posts. The mystery was heightened by his silence. Others who knew him, however, asserted that he battled feelings of regret and affection. An insider claims that he never intended for things to blow up this way. But when he is with Tamar, he feels a serenity he hasn't felt in years. Tamar, on the other hand, shared a photo of herself in a vibrant dress along with the caption, "New beginnings are never easy, but they're always worth it," suggesting that she was courageously embracing her new stage. Her admirers were divided. While some criticized her for meddling in another woman's affairs, others praised her for being genuine. "You can't build happiness on someone else's pain," remarked one follower, "while love doesn't ask for permission." Then the flat footage surfaced, changing everything once more. A video featuring Mendeecees and Tamar walking hand in hand to an upscale midtown building has come to light. A little while later, they were seen laughing with a building concierge before disappearing into the lift. The next morning, they were spotted leaving together, looking happy and relaxed. In the paparazzi photos, they were seen wearing matching hoodies and carrying coffee mugs. It seemed like a familiar and almost married household encounter as opposed to just a casual gathering. The public's theories took off. Some said they had moved in together, while others thought they were just seeing a buddy. On the other hand, a witness claimed to have seen movers carrying in numerous boxes and luggage the day before. Because of the claim, many believe that Mendeecees had previously broken up with Yandy and started a new life with Tamar. "This isn't a fling anymore. Appears to be a commitment. Sometimes closure means walking away without explanations," Gandhi commented on an industry pundit's account amid the chaos during a live feed. Everyone knew who she was referring to, even though she didn't tag anyone. People shuddered when they heard this quote. The post was described by fans as the strongest nonverbal response because it went viral for several hours. But behind the scenes, things didn't seem to be as perfect as they were in the pictures. Tamar and Mendeecees' relationship was already under strain. A number of sources claimed that the media attention, industry rumors, and constant criticism had started to wear them down. "She's strong, but even she's feeling the weight of it," Tamar's friend reportedly said. No one wants their romantic relationship to be perceived as sensational. Meanwhile, Yandy was gradually regaining control over her narrative. She began focusing on her career, attending charitable events, and re-establishing contact with acquaintances. Every time she appeared in public, she radiated calm and poise. Everyone was impressed by her manner despite the chaos. Some fans even started calling her the true winner in all of this. As they pursue headlines, a famous blogger wrote, "Yandy's chasing peace." But after the dust settled, an unexpected turn of events reignited the story. A new picture of Mendeecees appears to have a ring on his right hand. Despite the blurry photo, fans went bananas. "Is it prohibited for a wedding?" one user asked.